and welcome to the latest daily updated The Bold and the Beautiful news. RJ was betrayed. Eric directly caused the tragic disaster. Eric Forrester, a patriarch and legendary fashion designer, has always been driven by ambition and the desire to make a lasting impact on the fashion industry. However, a recent development in the show's storyline unveils Eric's willingness to prioritize his ambition over his family's well-being. Eric's drawing hand tremors have made it increasingly challenging for him to create designs for his fashion line. This limitation has pushed him to rely on the creative talents of his grandson, RJ. RJ, eager to learn the ropes of the fashion world and inspired by his grandfather's legacy, willingly stepped up to help bring Eric's design to life. While the designs are primarily Eric's, RJ has contributed his own unique flair to make them more appealing to the younger generation. RJ's fresh perspective and innovative ideas have played a pivotal role in the success of the line. However, Eric has made it clear that he intends to claim sole credit for this line's success, disregarding RJ's invaluable contributions. One of the central conflicts in this storyline is Eric's refusal to share the credits for the successful fashion line with RJ. Despite RJ's dedication and creative input, Eric insists on keeping the glory for himself. This decision reveals the extent of Eric's ambition and his willingness to betray his own family member to achieve his goals. RJ's loyalty to his grandfather is evident throughout the storyline. He values the time he spends with Eric, seeing it as an opportunity to learn from a fashion legend. Initially, RJ is content with the experience and knowledge gained from working alongside Eric without expecting credit from his contributions. However, as the line's success becomes apparent, RJ's perspective begins to change. The turning point in this dramatic saga comes when Eric's fashion line competes with Rich Forrester's line, led by Rich himself. This competition intensifies the conflict, as both men are determined to prove the superiority of their respective creations. They decide to let the fans decide which line is better through a runway show. Rich Forrester, who has always been known for his strong principles and dedication to his family, refuses to stand idly by as Eric attempts to steal RJ's thunder and deny him in the credit he rightfully deserves. Rich is quick to recognize that RJ's creative contributions were instrumental in making Eric's line a hit. Rich confronts Eric, demanding that RJ be given the credit he deserved. He argues that Eric's line would have been a flop without RJ's valuable input. Rich's demand for justice set the stage for a dramatic showdown within the Forrester family. Eric's stubborn refusal to acknowledge RJ's contribution ignites a fierce family war within the Forrester clan. The conflict intensifies as Rich and Eric lock horns, each unwilling to yield. RJ, who initially did not prioritize receiving credit, now stands at the center of this storm, demanding recognition for his work. Realizing that his grandfather is not willing to acknowledge his efforts, RJ decides to take matters into his own hands. He issues an ultimatum to Eric, demanding that he be given proper credit for his work on the fashion line. RJ's ultimatum is a turning point in the storyline, as it forces Eric to confront the consequences of his actions. As the tension escalates, Eric faces a pivotal decision. He can either choose to acknowledge RJ's contributions and give him the credit he deserves, or continue to cling to his ambition and pride, risking the disintegration of his family. However, before Eric can make this crucial decision, a tragic disaster unfolds that changes everything. In a heartbreaking twist of fate, just as Eric is on the verge of making a decision regarding RJ's credit, he receives devastating news. RJ, burdened by the weight of his secret, decides to reveal a shocking diagnosis to the family. The revelation of this medical condition casts a dark shadow over the Forrester family, and the consequences of Eric's actions become painfully clear. The Bold and the Beautiful has always been known for its intricate storytelling, weaving together complex relationships and dramatic conflict. The storyline involving Eric's betrayal of RJ and the subsequent family war showcases the depth of emotions and moral dilemmas that the characters face. Eric's ambition and unwillingness to share credit directly led to the tragic disaster that unfolded in the Forrester family. RJ's demand for recognition, though justified, ultimately led to the revelation of a devastating diagnosis, further complicating the family dynamics.